John Morra. What a story that is. I think Danny Stone has been playing left-handed all his life, and he looks like a natural.
Yeah, he really does, and he's probably the only player in the tournament that's hitting the ball, the break shot, that is head on. He's going right down the middle of the pack. There you go. Of course, we've seen every other player more or less do the cut break, but that's fine. He's, you know, obviously he feels comfortable doing that, and you know, at the moment it's working. They've got a shot on this one ball, haven't they? Brilliant shot that from Justin. Jacked up, fired it in, created a bit of an angle. Just slightly misjudged. Can he cut this 2-ball in and hold the cue ball on that brown 7?
Extension, please.
Can he cut this ball in? Not an easy safety shot, that what he tried to attempt. No real wall of balls to hide behind. I suppose at least the 2-ball's safe.
Extension, please.
They're up against it, aren't they, Phil? The Spanish at the moment. You can just tell that last rack, and the miss by Sanchez early on has just put a bit of doubt in the minds. Got to be careful you don't kick this in the middle. Lovely shot. Really is a lovely kick shot there from Sanchez.
Well, having just won the previous rack with a break and run out, the 6th, if they could have the 7th as well, I think the vibe of the contest would change.
So Danny Stone going airborne. And you'd have to say,
Hold the clock for a second,
that
please.
is a useful roll.
Well, because of the
Start the
close
clock,
proximity
please.
of the 9-ball, the potting angle on the 2 is simply not there. No way, no how.
Yeah, it looks one of them kind of difficult. Yeah, he's jacking up, trying to soft draw this off the side rail and use the 9. He needs this 2-ball to bounce though. He needs this 2-ball to bounce. Oh, that is amazing how fast that
Again, hold the clock, please.
You're right, the table surface here is absolutely
Start the
swift
clock,
now.
please.
Yeah, I thought that was going to stop about a foot to the left. Just kept going.
I think Alcaide did it as well. It was pleasantly surprised that it actually ran into relative safety.
And this is a thin one.
I'm glad I said relative. I really am. What a good pot that was. back cut into a blind pocket. And now the 3 down the rail. Excellent from Justin Sajich.
Yeah, the problem with this shot is if he plays it with topspin, he's going to have to play it with a bit of pace because of where the 8 ball is. That's why he's jacking down. Or has he changed his mind? Is he going to top it? Danny Stone is human. He misses balls. He did change his mind on the shot, as you could see there. It weren't a million miles away. He couldn't roll it in because he was worried about that 8 ball. Well. David Alcaide queuing over the 8. Needs to play this with a bit of left hand side and all. You can also watch. It's not going back in the same place, is it? Surely not. No, that's fine. Just crept out the way. Yeah, often you see the player play this with low bottom left and draw the cue ball back out to play the 8 in the right centre. Gives you quite a lot of room for error, does that?
This will not swerve the target. No problem whatsoever from Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Joshua Filler in the final.
Rack number 8.
9-3.
Current score is 4-3 in favor of Australia. Spain is breaking.
And he's also a former junior World 9-ball champion. That was back in 2010.
Well, it's quite a poor break off, really. Hit it way too thin. He did make the 1 ball though, so that's quite unusual when it goes so low. But it's turned out alright for David. But as you can see, big problems after potting this blue 2. How did he get on the 3? But they're back in this match, aren't they, Phil? Like you say, 3-0 down, and it was all looking like it was going to go Australia's way. As Sanchez misses the 2 ball. But he has had one of them pool rolls that you can sometimes get. Nothing worse when you're a pool player and you come to the table and your opponents miss the pot and your snooker going airborne. Where are these going to finish up? Danny Stone, this is your day.
I wish I got a tenner for every time you said Danny Stone. You love it, don't you? You like that name. It trips off your tongue.
Yeah, I do like it. It's got a bit of oomph about it.
Extension, please.
Sounds like an actor's name or something like that. So first 2 shots of this rack have been fluke snookers, so it's even keel. He wants to hit the top side of this 2 ball, so the high side. He's hit it too full, but the pace he played it, he created distance, so it's fair enough.
One of those racks where the balls are conspiring against everyone.
Adding to the drama.
Extension, please.
So he's just looking to go off the bottom rail here with a bit of right spin. Queuing very close to the green 6. Again, is it that a bit too thin off the back rail? Yeah, not happy how thin of contact he made. He wanted it to be a little bit fuller off the back rail there.
And I tell you what, if the 2 can be potted with position attached on the 3, Spain in a trice here could be back on level terms.
That's a nice shot there from the young Spaniard. I tell you, he had full length of the table to judge there, and he's come to put it better with your hand, so nice shot there. Decided to go off the 2 rails. I thought he was just going to float that one in for the pink in the middle, but that's not too bad. You can just start to sense that Team Spain are growing in confidence, and it was a little bit fat from David, but it's fell. Yeah, the Aussie boys a bit subdued in the chair there. They know this match has got a strong chance at going 4-4. Yeah, that's prime position there from David for his partner. And this easy 9-ball fill, and it's going to be a race to 3.
The first match of the evening is a repeat of the last match of the afternoon. 4-0 up.
They're currently all tied up at 4-4, and Australia is breaking.
You might have noticed there, of the 8 racks completed, 3 of them have seen dry breaks. Justin Sajich hopes this isn't the 4th. Well, it won't be.
No, he lost the cue ball a lot there, didn't he? Went forward and down. Watch the cue ball. Yeah, got bounced around. Do you take on the bank shot? I think Danny Stone is taking on the bank, but he's missed the bank. I don't blame him for taking that on. Good news is the cue ball's glued to the bottom rail, so of course it makes the pot and the cueing more harder.
Extension, please.
You would think whenever Team Spain have got the option of playing the pot, you would think Alcaide would step up to the mark, and rightly so. He's Problem he's got here, Phil, is if he pots this ball, he's going to be leaving a long, thin 3 ball. Well, what he's tried to do there is get the cue ball better, but he's missed that pot by an absolute mile.
Well, considering the player who did it, a kilometre.
Yep, cool. Extension.
Attention, please.
I mean, it wasn't an easy shot whenever the cue ball is on the rail and it's long and you're trying to power it in.
No, but in fairness, Alcaide's potting hasn't been convincing, has it? His general game hasn't been.
Yeah, and of course they've not left a real easy starter. They've got this combination, but as I said before, if you want to beat teams in this event, these have got to go. And again, it didn't go clean, so that's 2 Justin's done where he's flicked it off a ball near the pocket. But it's good enough though, this. The main thing, the 6 balls disappeared and it's created a chance now. Yeah, don't be doing anything silly here, just pot your ball and leave Justin long. That's the one. It's a funny mindset, Scotch doubles. You never really feel like you're timing the ball to perfection because you don't get that many shots. It's a big battle with yourself out there.
Middle or corner. Yeah? Middle? Yeah, as I said, lower. Then I don't mind playing it off. You reach it?
Interesting to see that they're talking about playing this in the middle. I mean, you won't see many of the top 9 ball players play this in the middle. And this is why you can overrun it and look at the shot he's left him. Again, poor decision making that. Play that with a bit of right and spin and you can't miss it in the corner, Phil.
And on your screen this looks a relatively simple shot, but it most certainly isn't. These middle pockets make life difficult. They are cut brutally.
Yeah, and I'm sure I heard Justin say I don't want to play in the corner, which that's the inexperience of not being a proper 9 ball player, if you like. But they got away with it. It was a good pot in the end and a little bit close to the 7, but he's got that natural angle.
How many times are we going to see this where
You get my extension.
position is overrun? This table is like a skid pan. It's so quick.
It is, but there's no excuse. That is a horrendous shot. Just pot your ball and just let the cue ball bounce off the cushion. Look at the shot he's left his partner at 4-4. Disposed of nicely though. That was a frisky little shot there from Justin.
Well done, Mr. Stone. Well done, Mr. Sajich. Australia back in front. They lead 5-4. Could Spain be one of the big nations in the world of